Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. It is Tuesday evening, and I have a few topics I want to run by you guys. Please keep in mind, I live in Emerald Isle, North Carolina, and the tropical storm is headed up the coast. So it's been raining here all day. It's supposed to rain tomorrow again, so the power may go out at some point. Just let you know ahead of time, okay? All right. At the last minute, I decided to change my show topic, my main topic. I was going to go with Kamla Harris, a.k.a. Obamala. Oh, talk about that later. Picking her VP, running mate. And I said, nah, I don't want to help her. I'm a Trump supporter. But I do want to talk about her at some point this evening because, to my knowledge, she has not laid out any policy yet. And myself, I don't support tribalism, but I see a lot of black folk already supporting her, and I think that's just idiotic, all right? But we'll talk about her a little bit later on as the show goes on, all right? My main topic: will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more? CP from Knicks Fan TV, if you're out there and you want to call in and promote your either one of your platforms, tonight would be a great night. CP from Knicks Fan TV, Florida Boy J, left-handed. Let's go really slow, because when we talk modern sports, I learn from you guys. I want to listen. So anybody who's new to the platform, if you know basketball, call in, chime in, whether it's Cash App, Super Chat, PayPal, what have you. And the reason for my title, will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more? Yesterday, when we were doing a show, I was scrambling trying to find some information with regards to the 4-point line. And if you were with us yesterday, it is not in the NBA yet. But thank you to a female who sent me the link early this morning. She said she's not looking for any type of acknowledgement. But in the Philippines, the PBA is officially adopting a 4-point line for regular season games. Okay. And the 4-point line will be 27 feet to go along with their 3-point line, 23 feet. The PBA used the 4-point line in their All-Star game last season, and now it's officially going to be in all games moving forward. So that's the Philippines. And you guys have been educating me about the basketball teams worldwide and how a lot of those players are coming to the States, right? So if you ask me, it's only a matter of time before the 4-point line comes to the U.S. Yes, no, maybe? Also, the reason for my title this evening, Lindsey Harding named first female assistant coach in Lakers' 77-year history. I don't know how to feel about that. I can't play basketball. I never could. But who is Lindsey Harding? Well, she played with Duke. I know nothing about her. Absolutely nothing. So call in and educate me along with the listeners, the viewers. First female assistant coach in Lakers' 77-year history. Now, is that the first female coach in professional basketball? I don't know. I mean, it seems like the right thing to do, yes. You got females who are doing the damn thing in terms of being sports commentators. They know the game. Well, what's the female's name? She's a commentator for the NFL. We always get on her about her lopsided wigs. Is it Pam Oliver? Pam knows modern football better than me. I know football from yesteryear. And who cares? It's a different goddamn game. But Lindsey Harding named first female assistant coach in Lakers' 77-year history. Did LeBron bring her in? Or did the new head coach of the Lakers bring her in? So, my question, will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more from, black players, if you will, whether they be foundational black Americans, ADOS, Caribbean. I mean, I think this is plausible. Hell, back in the 70s when I was coming up, it was a big deal. Oh, the black baseball players are coming to Major League Baseball. Until my father educated me on the Negro Leagues and the fact that they were actually better than Major League Baseball. So I had to be educated on Josh Gibson and a host of others. But the NBA, I'm curious, will it be hijacked? Will it be more international players? I think some of you have said this in the past, but now female coaches. Does this mean that the temperament of the professional male basketball players has to change now? Chime in if you will, all right? So that's my show this evening. And yes, Kamala Harris, for those who don't know, she has picked a vice president running mate, Tim Walz. What do you know about him? Well, nobody knows too much. Let's just keep it real. Minnesota governor, 60 years of age, former congressman. I think he's spent 12 years under Nancy Pelosi, former military. Salute to him and those of you who've served in the National Armed Forces. He grew up in a small town in Nebraska, spending summers working with his family on the farm. His father died of cancer when he was 19. Family relied on Social Security benefit checks to make ends meet. So, he has a story to tell to connect to, I guess, the working man, shall we say, Tim Walz. And, most of what we've seen, those of us who follow, politics, he's the guy who's been, bringing the whole weird word back. Everything. Oh, it's so weird. It's so weird. Other than that, I can't say that I'm impressed with him, governor of Minnesota. But, hey, that's her type. Looks like her husband, so she brought another zaddy in, all right? That's my show this evening. And I want to, again, come back to Kamala, a.k.a. Obama, a little bit later and have that discussion, all right? Okay, Blade, I got your donation early. Thank you for tapping in, sir. Let me see what Blade's saying. Trump defending young thug. Yes. So that was, wasn't it 2 days ago, Blade? The hater misses nothing. Okay. And, okay. They're turning up in England, but I want to stay focused here. Guys. Right? Okay. Let's bring some calls in. Let me get myself situated here. Let me write something down. It's been a great day here, but I have to ask, fellas in North Carolina, do you have Mammy in check down here? Is Mammy in check in North Carolina? Let me write that down. Mammy in check in North Carolina. I'll come back to that. All right, let's go to area code. Oh, I think I got a sports call here. Wait a minute. Is that Sam I Am from Sam I Analyze on YouTube?
Yes, sir. How you doing, Star?
Great to hear from you, man. Thank you for chiming in. You see the topic, you may have already covered this because you do great content on YouTube. Will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more? Sam.
Star, I think it's already here. I think it's already here. You're looking at the stars now and just look at the MVP race, right? You've got Nikola Jokic, right? Who's a 3-time MVP. Obviously Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's with the Bucks, Luka Doncic of the Mavericks, and if you just look at these three guys, and just the high IQ of basketball that's being played, I think these guys are, it's already here, and I think basketball as a whole in 20 years is going to look different. You see some of these, these draft picks for the most part. Now you have Wemby from France.
Okay.
He was far and away the most talented player, out of this draft. I mean, and I think it's already here. And I think the reason being is because the Europeans take the fundamentals of basketball very seriously. I said it once before that the late Kobe Bryant said that AAU, unfortunately, is taking away. He feels that he was going to Europe helped him to learn the fundamentals of basketball,
Right.
because that's what they do. And here it's different. So I think it's already here, no question.
Kobe Bryant raised in Philadelphia for the most part, and then he moved out to Italy with his family. Yes, and he spoke fluent Italian.
Italian, I believe he spoke 4 or 5 languages. Yes.
Okay.
Spanish.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I have to ask this question because when I saw the Lakers hiring the first female assistant coach, I said, "Whoa, okay." Now, is that within the NBA, the first female assistant coach ever, or is that just with the Lakers? I don't know.
No. Actually, the Spurs, Popovich had Becky Hammon.
Okay.
On his bench, and many thought that she would eventually take over for him, but now she's with Vegas, winning championships in the WNBA as back-to-back champions right now.
Okay.
But no, she was the first. She was the first.
So now we've got a sister girl, Lindsay Harding. Yes. What is her ethnic makeup? She looks, melanated.
She looks like black. Yes, black woman, woman of color for sure, as they say, right? But
give me some background. She played with Duke. Sam, who is she? I want to know, who is she?
I see here. She did play with Duke.
Okay.
Young lady, and she was coaching. Actually, I believe in the G League.
Mm-hmm.
Current team, I believe, what is it, Belarus? But she's before the Lakers. But she was doing her thing with the G League, I believe, before they came calling. I think hopefully she gets an opportunity because JJ Redick, what is it? He has no experience at all. I think if you look at her,
hang on a second, Sam. JJ Redick, if you ask me, with my very little bit of knowledge, should not be the head coach of the Lakers. So there was some controversy with him possibly calling some black woman the N-word. I forget when that was, but now they hire this black woman or Hispanic. I don't know what she is. You can educate me. So now she's from Duke, as you said. She was picked number 1. In the WNBA draft by the Phoenix Mercury. Yeah. But is she African American or is she Colombian, Costa Rican? Well, because she may be out there. This might be a DEI hire. People assume she's quote unquote black, but there's another agenda here. I'm just asking, please.
Okay. So from what I'm seeing here, Star.
Okay.
She's her nationality. She's from Belarus, American, and she's from Belarusian.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying here.
So let's get back to the. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the NBA for a second. This is not even in the NBA. This 4-point line coming out of the Philippines. Should we be expecting this to come to the NBA? I saw a couple of articles yesterday from like 4 or 5 years back. They were discussing it. Will this now motivate the NBA to introduce the 4-point line?
I think so. I mean, it's been there with the Big Three and Ice Cube's league for a while. So, and that's where I've seen it. So, I mean, look, you see Steph Curry and guys like Dame Lillard pulling up from way beyond the arc. So I don't see why they just don't incorporate it at this point. But I think it could take away from the game, honestly, a little bit, because you already have some guys. It's a 3-point shooting league, but you have guys who they're just shooting threes, and it's like you're taking away from the game. If you're not a shooter, don't shoot those. So I wonder if it's going to take away, water down the league even more, a little bit, if you have guys just chucking 4-pointers. So I don't know about that, but I think that's right around the corner. Should be here. They already shoot from deep now. Yeah.
Well, hold on one second, because again, you would know better than I. There have been people saying Steph Curry ruined the game. But listen, I'm so old. When I first saw Steph Curry drop all them threes, I was thinking of Meadowlark Lemon and the Harlem Globetrotters. I was excited. So if they bring in a 4-point line, I might be with the bullshit. Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead.
No, I look at this point. At this point, Star, I think, I think the way these guys shoot from deep, I don't see why not.
Okay.
I mean, you're seeing the young kids do it now. I was watching highlights with Carmelo Anthony and his son pulled up from deep. They're doing it now. That's all they do, shoot from deep. So yeah. I think the generation coming up, that's all, they practice these deep shots because of a Steph Curry and a Dame Lillard. Mm-hmm. So I would not doubt it that you're going to see that in the next 10 years. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
So you're saying 10, not 20. 10, right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Okay. Great to talk to you, Sam. Anything else you want to mention or promote on your platform? What's the last video you've posted?
Well, I just posted a video today of Jalen Brunson, the Knicks captain now. He's been dubbed the 36th captain in franchise history. The last one was Carmelo Anthony and Lance Thomas. So
Mello, the volume shooter, ringless, and now you got this. Okay. Well, hey man, I appreciate you. Is all your information still the same on your banner?
It's still the same, yes, sir.
Great to talk to you, man. Great to talk to you. Thank you, Sam.
Thanks, sir. Have a good night.
Yes, sir. Okay. Sam from Sam I Analyze on YouTube. Guys, I just sent CP from Knicks Fan TV a text. He might be live. He's got another platform called the NBA Report. Let me also say salute to Sabby Sabs on YouTube. This is a content creator. I just became aware of her platform today. And if you know this show, I like to acknowledge the younger people who are doing the work. Sabby Sabs, SABBY, she posted a video today. Really great content. Kamla Harris wrongs descendants of slavery. And many people, including myself, we missed Kamala, or as they refer to her on Sabby Sab's platform, Obamala. We missed when Kamala last year, or a little over a year, literally hijacked the Freedman Bank. Did you guys catch that? And in the hijacking of the Freedman Bank, they actually turned the comments off on the White House YouTube channel. You have to see it. I'll try and post a link to Sabby Sab's YouTube channel when I'm done here. But man, Kamala. Let me just say this one last thing before we get back to our topic here this evening. Most people did not hear too much from her when she was Biden's, and still is President Biden's VP. And people who lay in the cut like that are the most dangerous, because you don't know what they're thinking. There's no real controversy there. So people have been saying, well, she's just a puppet. Yeah, well, the president is the chump in the front for Congress. I think Kamala, a.k.a. Obamala, as they refer to her on Sabby Sabs, might be more dangerous than Barack Obama. I won't come back to that unless you guys want to chime in now. Phone lines are open, okay? Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, I was expecting your call tonight, sir. How are you?
Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, I am here, sir.
Yes, sir. I know where you want to go, right? Are we creating God, the showrunner?
Right. Yes. Absolutely. And when you say creating, I just keep envisioning manifesting. You know how if enough people believe it, it then will be true, and maybe even be able to be manifest to some degree. So I have talked about this for the last few years, that the algorithm is the new God, and everyone is moving away from God, and very few people can even tell you a Bible verse in America. And or not even America, all over New Zealand, all over the Netherlands. None of these people are taking part of any Christianity in a faith-based situation. But one thing that we all are worried about is the facial recognition. We're worried about the AI. We're worried about the cameras that are watching us, the phones that are listening to us. It started from the cable box, and then the television. Now it's the phone. And yes, we are possibly creating the new God, and that's the algorithm. We won't be afraid of the God that we know now, but we will be terrified of doing anything wrong, stealing a bag of chips out of a store, not because God is watching, it's because the algorithm is watching.
Let me jump in right there. I've never asked this question outright. We've toyed around and discussed, different theories. And to some degree, I think you're right. Not that I have the answer, but are we, society, mankind, creating something that will ultimately not just, we think will enhance our existence, our beings, but will kill us off because we are not only imperfect, but we get in our own way. we are not as healthy as we are not as healthy as we think we are. Our bodies, I mean, we've already had the discussion about, we don't even stand up to certain mammals and instincts that can reproduce certain limbs and things like that.
Right.
So are we creating God? Yeah.
Yes.
Algorithms. Back to you.
No, I agree. And are we getting in our own way? Absolutely. I say this again. There's a war going on between good and evil. And how dare we think that we know which is which? But it's like so much is being done behind the scenes to tear us apart from families and from creating life. Now women are forced to call men women, and everything is being done to just destroy the family and to destroy.
Stop right there. And I have to interject. The hater misses nothing.
Please.
Ray J, in case you have not seen it, is on Candace Owens' YouTube channel. She posted a video, I think today or yesterday. Ray J is now co-signing transgender love. He brought out some nigga with the wig and big wide feet. And salute to Candace Owens because she's sitting there just looking at the big nigga. And Ray J is co-signing. But go ahead, back to you. I'm tripping. Go ahead.
Yeah, the hater misses nothing. The hater misses nothing. Yeah. And I'm subscribed to her, so I don't know how I didn't even see that. Wow. Yeah, but Ray J has a new show called like Gora, something like a play on the word girls.
Isn't it Gaydar? Is it Gaydar?
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was something a play on the word girls.
Go ahead.
Like guaz or something.
Go ahead. I'll Google whilst you're talking.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a huge push. Women have been tricked to do all the shopping, all the spending. They've been tricked to believe that it's okay to, unalive, something growing inside of them as health care. They've been tricked to believe that, you put your breast in the mammogram machine, we'll find out if you have cancer, and it actually causes the cancer. They've been tricked to, so much so to believe that, working in careers, which are just jobs, are more important than anything. So there's truly a war going on, and there is a God being created in the AI verse. And will we take each other out? Absolutely.
Okay, now hang on. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you short. I just want to Ray J has a gaygency, okay? And Danny Boy a year ago was making claims that he and Ray J had some type of gay affair. But now let's get back to the showrunner. Are we creating God? Now, here's the real question, since you are already up to speed on that particular topic and other things relating to God and things, theories. Should we, mankind, kill the God? If we create the God, should we kill it before it kills us?
Oh, you're such a great sci-fi guy. Yeah, I hear the sci-fi in you. Absolutely. And the only way to do that is to get, you know how they have this well-armed militia, the Second Amendment, but you can have it where it's a group of people taking out servers. They're going state to state, you know, taking out servers, and that's the only way to beat the God. Yo, that's a great story. I love it. But will the people get together in the Gucci slides? I don't know. Are our heads still too busy stuck on shorts all day long, 6 hours a day on just watching shorts? I don't know. Could we do it? But let me tell you, it's a great story. It's a great sci-fi story on beating God. It's the only way is to take out the servers.
Well, I don't think that we're going to have to take out servers. We're going to have to kill out synthetic life forms because, the one-time film Invasion of the Body Snatchers has manifested into, synthetic life forms living, walking amongst us already. But Elvis, great to talk to you, man. I got to take other calls.
Respect, Star.
Yes, sir. Respect. Okay. Guys, I hear some thunder and lightning here where I'm at in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. So if the power goes out, I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Let me get some of my showrunners line, or my sponsors via showrunners. Hold on a second. Hey, Camille, are you out there? Do you want to call in when time permits and promote some of your upcoming topics or show ideas? Let me see if I can find Skylar Saunders' information. Skylar, I see you in the queue, sir. Sit tight. I want to get you on the line. www.hudsontubs.com. Bathtub and sink reglazing. Don't forget those small classic antique sinks in the bathrooms and other things. This guy, Maurice, can help you. He'll give you a free consultation. Tell him I sent you, okay? Let me go to area code 202. Good evening. Will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more? Talking basketball tonight. 202.
What's good?
Hey.
What's good, Star? This is Trevor, man. I just sent you the Cash App saying that.
What's up, man? Good to hear from you. It's cracking.
I was saying that it would be a detriment to the NBA because, like, if you look at the league now, you have players that is obsolete. Like the center is obsolete now. They're not needed no more, really. And the main players, the point guard position was for players to, like, be the quarterback of the basketball team. And now they're not even the assist leaders. You have LeBron as the assist leader in the NBA and Nikola Jokic. He's number 2, and he's the center. It's like the point guards now are just shooters. They just shooting threes. So if you create a 4-point line, I think that would be a detriment to the league. My perspective, though, Star. And I just wanted to.
Well, hang on. Stay with me. I mean, but the league has to grow. Yes. I mean, all that brawling in the 90s, it was beautiful, but that's that old stuff, right? So now you've got people coming from different walks of life, fans, and the people who go to the games. They subscribe to the cable packages, whatever that stuff is, and it's all about the money at the end of the day. So the game has to evolve. Yes,
that's true. The game does have to evolve, and people pay a pretty penny for the entertainment.
Okay,
and that's true. The game does have to evolve, but is it evolving for the better though? Like better in the sport, or is it just all about entertainment and like the showrunner, you know what I mean? Finances, I think that finances is the God, to be honest with you.
Right.
Capitalism, finances, people are doing things that's inconvenient to who they really are so they could obtain finances. So would it really help the league out by creating a 4-pointer? When you got leagues like Ice Cube League already doing that, can they be unique and create something different that'll entertain people more than just creating a 4-point. I think that's like, I don't know, that's weird, man. They following, they ain't setting the trends no more.
Okay. Well, now, do you have any knowledge on the Lakers' Lindsey Harding named first female assistant coach in Lakers' 77-year history?
No, I just became aware of that listening to your show though today, just now. I didn't know nothing about that, and I think like
breaking news on the Star Report. Breaking news.
Yeah, the Lakers, man, they hiring people that I don't think will help the team. Like no disrespect to Brian getting Bronny on the team, but Bronny and what's the coach now from Duke? I
have no idea.
JJ Redick. Now they hiring the girl.
JJ Redick. Gotcha.
Yeah, they just entertaining folks. They ain't really out. Do they want to win a championship? They should be trying to catch up or compete with Boston still with the championships. It's just like they ain't trying to win nothing, man.
No.
They just trying to entertain us. But I know you got other callers. I don't want to waste your time.
No.
And I want
hold on a second. Stay with me. I really do want to know about this NBA in the future. I'm going to have to focus on Kamala Harris because it is the big trending story. But
yeah.
Do you respect female basketball commentators? A lot of these females are sharp. They know the game much better than I ever did. But do you respect them when they talk? When they're talking on these other platforms and, do you, she don't know what she's talking about. Do you respect them, their knowledge, understanding of the game?
Yeah, I do. I respect them a lot. I respect the lady that gave Stephen A. Smith that work too. I forgot her name though, but she gave him that work, and she does give good commentary. If you're knowledgeable about what you're talking about, right. I appreciate that. But if you're not knowledgeable and you just start because you're cute or whatever, and we get tired of that. You know what I mean? Looks only take you so far. But if you're knowledgeable about it, I can respect that.
The reason why I asked that question is because if you look at Stephen A. Smith, not only can he not play the game, he never could. He never could. Right or wrong? He never could.
You're right about that. And he, like, I learned objectivity from your show. He's not really that objective when he talks about it. That's why they pushing him and what's Skip Bayless. That's about over with. We want people
Skip Bayless. He's out of here. Okay, he's out of here. Skip Bayless.
Yeah, we want people that's more knowledgeable and that's objective. Yeah. You know what I mean? We don't want you to just spew foolishness.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Okay.
So I can respect the knowledgeable woman speaking about the game because they know a lot about the game nowadays.
Hey man, I appreciate the call. Thank you, man. Thank you for tapping in.
Thank you, Star, and thank you for putting me in the community section.
You got it.
Everybody should do promotion with Star. I got 10 new subscribers in a day, and shout out to the Troll Babies and shout out to you, Star. Thank you.
Salute. Okay. I'll let him get a shout out off. He's promoting his platform. Skylar, sit tight. You'll be my next call. Skylar Saunders, sit tight. I want to make sure I'm promoting my sponsors here. Holy smokes, it's raining hard as hell out here. Oh, King Kev talking crazy about his GOAT, Mello, the volume shooter. Ringless. GOAT of what? In the words of Noah Lyles, champions of what? Skylar Saunders, good evening, sir. How are you? On a Tuesday, a few topics on the table. Skylar Saunders.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. Where do you want to start?
I'll start with the creating God. I think Mr. Rosenberg beat me to the punch, but I have to reiterate, I guess. It's everything. It's the phones, it's the TVs, it's the technology that we're using, it's the augmentation, it's the people being trans, all that are creating God to me.
Okay. Sustainer of life, maybe?
Maybe. I mean, we're atheists, so we don't believe that there is a God. We're not even a belief in a God. As you say, the notion of
the theory has not been proven. I can't disbelieve.
Exactly.
I can't disbelieve in something that has not been proven. I don't
absolutely. You don't have evidence.
I don't subscribe to the theory, but at the same time, I am not an existentialist. Okay, so I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were saying?
No. I was reaffirming what you were saying with that God is a notion of a theory, and that's basically all it is. So I like the term. I saw on 60 Minutes one time a guy was saying how so you're playing God? He's like, no, we're actually just engineers. Like that's what we play with God every time, because we have trains, planes, automobiles, different things like that, technology like that came from the minds of men. I mean, those are the beautiful things that we have that we can look to and say that we created out of our mind, not some supernatural being that endowed minds or anything like that, but just the fact of human ingenuity.
What makes you think those things that we've created are necessarily beautiful? Maybe they're just distractions. Maybe the true beauty is the landscape itself, the waterfalls, the mountains.
That's all well and good, but I think when you have human ingenuity, human thought, human reason, you're able to extract oil and natural gas and use nuclear power to extend life, to create better way of living. Those are the greatness. That's not playing God. That's just working as engineers of our own future.
Are those lives worth extending if you have 5,000 people soaking up valuable air and only 300 of those 5,000 are actually worth a damn? What's the point? No. What's the point of creating and extending life? What's the point? What's the point?
For those 300, for those individuals that are worth it. And the 5,000, yeah. Forget the five, the what is that, 4,700 others? Yeah. They don't, if they can't.
They were just practice.
That's the work.
We just practice.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Okay. All right, man. Any thoughts on Kamala Harris picking Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate?
Very, diplomatic move. She knew she couldn't pick Shapiro from Pennsylvania because he's Jewish. They wouldn't have that on the ticket. She couldn't pick a woman. She couldn't pick a woman because they would be like, "What? 2 ladies? No, that it can't happen yet. Not yet. Maybe another 30 years, something like that." But she had to pick someone that was safe. She could say, okay, he's a veteran. Okay, he was a school teacher. Okay, we got a veteran versus a veteran. He outranks him, in terms of governance, and in the fact that he was in the Army National Guard. So I think she picked wisely. I have to give her credit for that.
Oh boy. You're giving Obama credit, I see.
Obama?
Obama. They're calling her Obama.
Obama. I'm giving her that much credit. She's just too much of a cackling old and she.
I think she's a demon in heels, and she knew how to play her position. And I think she's dangerous. She already said, if we're talking quote unquote black people, she said back in 2019 on the Griot interview, she said, no, I'm not going to do something just for black people. And the question was about reparations. She said, quote unquote, no. I think she's dangerous to black people. But go ahead, finish up, Scarlett. Good to hear from you.
Yeah. She's very dangerous. They call her a dangerous liberal from San Francisco. I think liberal is too nice a word for her. Liberal means freedom. It means unencumbered by any restraints or anything. So she's definitely, that's too much of a good word. I just call her a leftist.
Okay.
I think she's primed to lose. That's all I can say.
Okay. Great to talk to you, Skylar. Great to talk to you, man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye now. Okay. Skylar Saunders tapping in. Vance, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Vance, I have not had any, head-on collisions with mammies in North Carolina. No, the reason why I asked the question earlier, and I'll go back just for a second. Fellas, do you have mammies in check in North Carolina? I've been here over a year in Emerald Isle. I have yet to have any type of, verbal jousting matches. Today I was on a phone call with someone. I'm not going to say what it was about. And I had to correct what I perceived to be a troublesome, person. At first she said, Mr. Troy, and I said, it's Mr. Terrain again. She checked herself. She said, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Terrain. But I was ready for her. You have to be ready for Mammy. But yeah, it's just a question. I've had no real issues yet, but I think the Mammies might be regulated down here. Area code 210. Good evening. Are you there on a Tuesday night? 2.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Star?
I'm doing, sir. How about yourself? Thank you for calling in. Where do you want to start?
All right. Let's go. We can do the NBA. I'm gonna start with the NBA. Okay. I love sports.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
All right. Now, some people are being very delusional when it comes to sports. If you're casual, you're really not gonna understand it. The world knows the NBA is the best of the best. Now, if you want to play semantics and be like, some people don't even play. Right. People play semantics. Right. I know people in jail that can play. They're not playing or in the hood. Everybody can say that. Right. I'm talking about what we have now that's important, that we have the best. And for people, that guy, Sam, at the first call, he said he's trying to make it like the world has caught up with the United States. You can only do about 10 to 15 international players around the world that can compete with the 200 to 300 other NBA players that's in the league. So stop it. We don't do that with nothing. If it was 15 people out of 100, I can't say, the 15, that's what it is. That was foolishness for him to even say that. Go ahead.
Okay, I respect your knowledge of basketball. I'm learning, and I have no problem saying I'm learning about modern basketball. I think it's a weak game now. It doesn't have the same competitive nature and or spirit. I saw LeBron James sucking this guy's kneecaps, Luka Doncic, licking his boots. Why? This guy, during the playoffs, he was crap playing defense. Well, why do certain blacks, if you will, give praise and credit to some of these European players if, as you say, they're so much better? Why not just blow them out, roughhouse them, and demolish them?
Okay. I explain a brief history why that happened.
Come on.
See, only reason why the Dream Team was created is to shut the world's mouth at that time. Okay. Now, we were sitting in college. We know we're the best. It's like you trying to argue with your girl saying, I'm stronger than you. I guarantee you, she probably thinks she's stronger than you. We're not going to do that. Keep proving again and again what we already know. So these guys that they put together, they're going to run through and just to prove it again, and probably we'll have college players again. That is okay. But when you say with these 10 guys that you can only think of right now, I'm talking about Luka, Giannis, when that guy was naming that, might name 10 to maybe 13 that are great players from overseas that can compete with the American players. Dude, this is the creme de la creme. We know that. They playing at the kid table.
I like your analogy with regards to did you say girlfriend or wife? If she keeps, how did you phrase that? If she keeps bucking up or?
Say that one more time.
The analogy you gave about your girlfriend, something what was that you said?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you talk to some people, they'll play stupid semantics with you. I might
No. Sir, you gave an analogy
yeah.
about
That was about the girlfriend.
What did you
Yeah,
say?
the girlfriend.
If she keeps wanting to fight, is that what you said? Fight?
Yeah, we know that women cannot, in general. I ain't talking about one woman that can beat a man.
Right.
That's silly.
Okay.
I'm not talking about that. It shows you the dominance of the United States. If they were
okay, so let me ask the question, since that's what you said. Okay, so she keeps woofing, barking, trying to punk you, but at some point, do you punch her in her mouth? If she gives you a 2-piece, do you then punch her back, or do you say, "Oh no, I don't hit women"?
No, but we know that's not necessary because I know I am stronger. And look, down the line.
But if you don't hit her back, sir, there's a good chance she could take your life. Yes, no? Take your life.
She can, but that doesn't make her more dominant than most males. That's all I'm saying. People need to quit the bullcrap semantics on the exception to the rule.
What if she kills you?
Good players overseas.
What if she kills you? Pow. What if she kills you? This nigga pussy. Pow.
No. Why would, bro? I'm saying the dominance.
Gotcha.
That what I'm saying, the NBA over the world.
Okay.
That's already understood.
Okay.
It's understood that men. It's the reason why men don't. Shakari ain't competing in the 100 against Noah Lyles. It's a reason why, because we know these things. He didn't beat everybody in the world. He didn't race Shakari. That's how dumb that sounds. Look, Europeans are Shakari, and we know Lyles. That's all I'm saying. Get it right. Don't get it twisted, bro. Like, there's some exceptions to the rule.
Okay.
They just not beating the rule. You know what? It's facts. It's facts. Hey, hit me on that Kamala real quick.
Okay, well, hang on. So with regards to the question, will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years? Can you just finish up on that?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me hit you with this one before I go. No, they will not, because we're still now. I can't fortune tell 20 years, but I'm just saying 10 years. They might do a 4-pointer. You got to remember. Look, in 2K, if you play NBA 2K, they got a 4-pointer on the game. You look, hey, the 3-on-3 tournament. Guess what? They got a 4-pointer. It's not like the Philippines just invented something.
Gotcha.
They might do anything. Fire on the court. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Look, change is inevitable. Growth is not. They got to change. I don't know what it is. I wish I did.
Okay.
I'm sure you do too.
Okay.
But we're gonna change.
I appreciate.
We're just trying to keep it as pure as possible.
I appreciate. You wanted to add something to Kamala, aka Obama. You wanted to add something to that.
Yeah. I understand. They trying to do it's damn near affirmative action type of deal with her. Because she's they trying to write that thing, but we know that's not true. So they're gonna lose some votes from that for her trying to be an imposter. Black folks don't do the imposter. You can't get caught being an imposter, and you trying to play them. But the Democrats has been doing that for a long time. Trump is gonna win that with a landslide. Okay. It's not even close.
Okay.
I don't even think it's even close.
Okay.
We're not ready for a female president, let alone a black one.
Okay, I appreciate the call, sir. Thank you.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. Well, they said they weren't ready for a black president either, and then you had old Nickel Slick. Boy, I think about his pimp hand at times. Whoo! I voted against him. Actually, he's trouble. That's a tragic mulatto. Anybody remember when Obama was running? Was that the first or the second term? And he said, take off your slippers, put on your marching shoes. I said, damn. Was that the quote? Take off your slippers, put on your marching shoes. Pimp. Hey, Shanice, I got your donation. Shanice, I want to stay focused. She says, how's the relationship going with you and the 28-year-old Jamaican? Listen, I move at my pace, I don't do all that extra stuff. I had to slow her down on my phone. You know, hey, come on, stop with emojis. Don't send pictures or links to my phone. Slow that down. And do not disturb me when I'm taking my nap. I'm an older man. Anybody still turn the volume down on their phone when you take a nap or go to sleep for a while? I don't turn it off, but I turn the volume down. It's nap time. Watch yourself. 347, sit tight. You're up next. 347. Are we creating God, mankind? Never mind mysticism. I'm talking about AI. I don't think that we as Homo sapiens are intelligent enough. I mean, I hope we are, but I don't think that we are intelligent enough to stop. You know, you know what? Let me throw it to you guys if you want to chime in before I say anything else. I want you to chime in. 347. Good evening. Are you there? Late night. 347. A few topics on the table. Yes, no, maybe.
Peace.
Yes, peace.
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 How we doing?
We're doing good. So who's this?
This is Maine. I called yesterday too on the same topic about no allows in the NBA and international basketball.
Okay. Now, was I talking to you about that 4-point line? I was trying to get the information. Were you the guy?
It was. We spoke on it during the question. I spoke after Rory and the other dude that gave you $50.
Okay. Now, hang on a second. Now, since you and I spoke, because I couldn't find it when we were talking, it was then emailed to me this morning. The PBA, Philippines Basketball Association, is officially rolling out the 4-point shot. Are you up to speed?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
So, in terms of if the NBA might adopt the 4-point shot, it's possible. Just because the game is going, they're pushing the game to go more international and global, what have you.
Okay.
So I could definitely see it, especially in the Far East, like China, Philippines, definitely, and a lot of like some of the N1 ball players, for instance, like the Professor and what have you. Even the NBA players go to China. They have basketball camps. They do appearances there. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and what have you. So even the individual players are going over there just to put on clinics and what have you for the fan bases out there to, drum up support for the future. So I could definitely see it. Now, also, the way you described it as well, too, the NBA could get hijacked because they're making the game softer and they're making it a more FIBA-centric international style of play.
Okay.
Back in the days or 20, like a generation ago, Shaq and centers were the focal point of the offense. Nowadays, they don't even really want centers in there. They just want centers at the end. They want centers to rebound and block shots now.
Yeah.
So they don't want the game to be played. I'm going to say pause in advance. They don't want the game to be played inside out. They don't want the game to be played inside.
That's a double pause.
You know what I mean?
Double pause.
I got another pause. Now they want the guards to be the focal point of the offense, to jack up shots and create points off of 3-pointers or off of penetration. So that's another pause. So the game has totally been revolutionized, but that doesn't mean it evolved in a good way. So my thing is that they cater towards the international play because the world in and of itself is becoming more global. So they want, and this is my opinion as well too, they also want to take away the law or the effect of the dominant black male as well. All the dominant.
Stop right there. I think that might be one of the biggest things that they try to do away with. Now, even though, to my knowledge, he never got a ring, Sean Kemp, that was my nigga for real. You remember him?
Oh, man. Yo, he better than Giannis. He better than Giannis.
What?
Better than Giannis.
Come on.
Better than Giannis.
Exciting.
Better than Giannis. First of all,
hold on. Let me just say this.
My fault.
Sean Kemp, Dominique Wilkins, Larry Bird. He was really cautious around the tomahawk dunk and all that. Just so might there become a point when all that aggressive dunking is what do they call some type of charge? A charge. What's a charge? I can't do that.
Well, guess what? Remember, Kareem had to bring. They discontinued the dunk in the '60s because of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So it could definitely happen again. Facts. And on top of that, again, we talking about and you talk about aggressive dunking, maybe something that might be banned or frowned upon or penalized in some way. The dunking is already soft as well as the rest of the game. Dudes used to want to rip the rim down when they dunked. Sean Kemp, Shaq, Hakeem Olajuwon, you know what I'm saying? Patrick Ewing, you know what I mean? So even the ferociousness and the intensity has gone down severely nowadays. So really, what you have now, you do have the top 5 players in the NBA right now are more than likely the foreign players. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he plays for Oklahoma City, but he's from Canada.
Okay. I got to throw one more name at you. I got to go back.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Chocolate Thunder.
Darryl Dawkins.
The
original backboard breaker, rim shaker.
Everybody wanted to see him shatter a backboard, and they said, hey, you keep doing that, we're going to fine you. They gave him like multiple warnings, right?
They changed the style of the rims, pause, because of him.
Right.
So, so at the end of the day, when you look at it in general, and I know we staying focused on the NBA right now, but if you look at sports in general, they've taken away from all type of the forceful aspects of sports. They've taken that away. Remember running backs are devalued in the NFL, for instance.
Right.
So remember Errol Campbell? There's no Errol Campbells no more. There's no more Christian Okoye's no more. There's no more Jerome Bettis's anymore. So they got little scat back running backs like Tom Brady and them used to have. They never focused on the running back. Yeah. So we want you to either protect the quarterback, and when the quarterback is under pressure, we'll throw your little sissy ass screen pass and you trickle along the field, little N-word. So it's a totally different game. There's no more Herschel Walkers in the NFL no more. And think about this. There's no more Charles Barkley. Zion Williamson is not Charles Barkley. Right. There's no more Larry Johnson. Right. There's no more Rick Mahorn as enforcers. There's
no more Charles Oakley. No more Charles Oakley.
Who? There's no more Charles Oakley. There's no more Bill Lane Beer. Dude, listen, when dudes start saying the modern teams will beat the old teams, you will have to tell me what rules we playing by.
Right.
Because if we playing by traditional basketball rules and the style of play of the 80s and 90s, these dudes, it's bad to call another man soft, but in basketball terms, these dudes is wild soft. Yeah. Wild soft.
This man talking sports, pay attention. Hey man, I need you to stay in contact, man, because I like somebody that can just talk, and clearly you have the knowledge. I'm learning as you're talking. So to round this up, to finish this up, will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more or less? I don't know.
Very possible, sir. Again, they want to incorporate every corner of the globe in the experience nowadays. So remember, now China, even more than Italy and the other leagues in like Europe or whatever, China is like the minor league basement for like wayward NBA players. Dwight Howard is there, who else went there? No disrespect to Lance Stevenson, but Lance Stevenson went out there and ate. Steph Marbury is a legend out there. So my man DeMarcus Cousins is out there, whatever the case is. Jimmy Fredette, who went to BYU, he went out there and ate food. So nowadays, international basketball leagues are like the minor leagues for the NBA. Yeah. So you better off actually. If your career is falling off, you're actually better off going to China now. And think about it. Think how many partnerships that the NBA has in China, and think about the grasp China has globally. So just know that sports is a microcosm for whatever else is going on in the world.
I got to say one more thing, man, and then I'll let you finish up. You mentioned Lance Stevenson. He was a Brooklyn nigga, wasn't he? If I remember correctly.
Coney Island. Lincoln High School.
What happened to him? Because hey, I liked how he was punking LeBron James. Remember punking him, blowing in his ear?
That's what happened. That's what happened. Saul, you just said it. We just been discussing it pretty much the last 2 days.
Yeah.
That type of intensity, that type of in-your-face aggression with some skills. And he was in the playoffs every year with the Pacers, going at it with LeBron and all that. Listen, man, that was the last. Yeah, man, that was the last of that. He got the semi-Ron Artest mentality or whatever the case is. You know, things could pop off when Lance is on the court. Actually, the funny thing is, Lance is actually running a tournament every year in the summer.
Oh, nice.
So big up him and Isaiah Whitehead.
Nice.
And he just dropped a rap video. I swear to God, he just dropped a rap video, and it's not that bad.
Send me the link, please, if you find time, all right?
I will, sir. It's actually not that bad. Peace, Lord.
Peace. What a great call. Anybody remember Lance Stevenson blowing in LeBron James' ear, punking the nigga out? Oh, my goodness. Left-handed, are you out there? Florida Boy J, are you out there? Oh, my goodness. Will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more? Spirit, I got your donation, man. Thank you for tapping in. Spirit, anything you want me to promote, shoot me an email. Any new videos, any new playlist? Let me get Spirit, the showrunner. Guys, if you are a sponsor or if you're sending donations, just always reach out. Just send me an email. I want to make sure that I'm promoting you. Where's Spirit's information? There you go. YouTube. Check them out. YouTube.com/@Spirit Smooth Tunes. Great content. Great content. All right. Guys, sit tight. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. Left-handed, sit tight. I'm coming to you next. Sit tight. Sit tight. We're talking sports tonight. Well, NBA. Will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more? I don't know why I wound up on this page here. Let me just take a screenshot. Hold on a second, guys. Let me print this out. We can still talk about Obama, a.k.a. Kamala, if you like. I'm going to start calling her Obama. Never mind all that Kamala. People get so hung up on her name. They were calling her Kamala for years. And then I saw news correspondents calling her Kamala. I don't give a goddamn. I'm going with Obama. I think she's dangerous. She's a little too giddy. Always laughing. Smiling. Then she was dancing with those little black kids. And I said, look at Yakub. Look at Yakub. Peace. Thank you for chiming in. I'm just asking a question. Are you there left-handed?
Peace. What's good with you, man?
Listen, man, let's not rush. It's just a question based upon some information I've been combing through. I found out that the PBA, Philippines Basketball Association, has officially adopted the 4-point line. I sent you the email earlier. I'm sure you already saw it long before my email. And the LA Lakers hiring Lindsay Harding, first female assistant coach. So the question is, will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years or more or less? You have the floor.
Hijacked by who?
European players, females. I don't know.
I'm not like looking at it from a hijack perspective. I'm looking at it as finally, giving them some shine because again, what do you want? Do you want the WNBA to stand on its own eventually? I mean, with the backing of the NBA, it's going to do what it does, but the NBA should be doing more right now. So
when you talk about hijacking, I mean, again, the influence of European players, the influence of players from all over the world, has basically made the NBA a bigger product, a bigger brand, however you want to slice it. But as far as hijack, I mean, 20 years ago, the same thing was going on. You know what I mean? You had your Yaos, you had the other players that influence in those particular situations. But now, hijack, I don't know, man. I mean, including, yeah, I could say that. Again, because like the previous caller said, and salute to him because he's definitely on point. Right. Those other countries like China he mentioned, are basically that pipelines. They're basically pipelines. So like you said, there are numbers of players that continue their careers and do numbers. Mm-hmm. And like you said, that Stephon Marbury is a god over there. He's got statues and all of that. So they treat him with the utmost respect. So again, to answer your question, my guy, hijack, I don't know, man. In the next 20 years, I really don't know as far as, to what extent, to what degree when you talk about hijack. Including being more, being shown more and giving more of a shine and a light. Oh, yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
Can I jump in?
Definitely.
Can I jump in?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, to respond to what you said. Okay. Now, I'm as old as dust. So let me go a little deeper. Pause. When I say hijacked, I'm looking at how baseball was hijacked from black players once upon a time. They made such a big deal. Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, and Jackie Robinson, Dave Winfield, and one of my favorites, even though he's not foundational black American, Rod Carew. And then hijacked, meaning very few, if any, foundational black American managers of Major League Baseball teams, very little, if any, GMs or owners of Major League Baseball teams. So when I say hijack, this guy, Luka and others, how long before they become GMs, owners, before the best players, which were and still are, to my knowledge, blacks, hijacked in that sense.
Okay, I give you that. And here's the thing. Here's my thing. Now I'm gonna counterpoint.
Okay.
Right with this. Now, when you say FBAs, foundational Black Americans, and moving into executive positions and things of that nature. I can think of one off the top, and a lot of people were mad at him because of the decisions he made in regards to the Olympic team, is Grant Hill, right? Okay. Grant Hill, is going to be that dude that's going to be in those executive positions. Why? Maybe he did his thing at Duke, finished his career, did what he needed to do. A lot of these cats, they really don't have the time for that. They want to come out, they're freshmen and sophomore years and make some money, and then really don't think about, the hereafter and what happens when they have to hang up their sneakers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I don't think that they, position themselves you see some of them now position themselves as coaches. Salute to Royal Ivy. He coached the South Sudan basketball team in the Olympics. So salute. They're doing their numbers. They will eventually. But I think, the when you talk about in present time, these cats right now, they're thinking more interested in their media portfolio, how many commercials they can get, how many endorsements they can get. They're not thinking about that afterlife of, maybe wanting to move up, being a coach, being a GM, then, eventually being an owner. Because again, as we see, the guys who have those careers on the court don't make the best, executives, i.e. Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? And again, you got to start somewhere. So if they're interested in that and they got the wherewithal and want to do it, because they definitely know the game. And a lot of these kids that have come out recently and have retired recently should be in some kind of executive position on some of these basketball squads. Absolutely.
Can I jump in?
So I get what you're saying as far as the hijack, but they got to be in it to win it, though. I got you.
Can I jump in? Whatever happened to my nigga Anton? Is it Anton or Antoine Walker? Remember him? All that money he made.
I knew you was gonna bring him up. Yeah, with the bologna sandwiches and all that. Yeah. I mean, he's a cautionary tale.
Wait a minute.
What you gonna do?
What's the correct correct pronunciation of his name? Is it Antoine or Antone?
I think it's Antoine Walker. I think.
Antoine Walker. Yo,
I believe it's Antoine Walker.
How much?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wait a minute. How much did that nigga make? Was it like it was over 100 million, and he was dating Evelyn?
I think it was 100. I think it was 110 million.
Yo, Evelyn Lozada before she got the breast job, before she got up on Basketball Wives, that nigga wound up going back to the D leagues, and he said I'm back on cold cuts and Rice Krispies. That's what he said. Yeah.
Easy come, easy go.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. You see, yo,
absolutely, and that goes back to.
Hang on, let me just say this, and I'll go back to you. I used to hear him talking after the games. Very, very intelligent guy. I thought he was going to be a coach or GM or something, but hijacked. They hijacked that nigga. Yes, no.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, but again, like you said, man, you come off, you talk to some of these guys, highly intelligent, very, effusive. They talk really, really well. They know how to communicate themselves. But is that going to get over to today's athlete? Right. Now they have to turn around and reach back and communicate with today's athlete. You know what I mean? And every situation is not you're coaching your son as a head coach like Deion Sanders is coaching his son. That's not going to happen in every instance. Right. You know what I mean? So again, are they going to listen to these guys? Oh, what do you know? You had $110 million and you blew through it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So again, the respect issue comes in. There's a lot of things that factor into that, Star. Okay. But the way it is going right now, when you say hijack in that circumstance or that aspect, you might be on to something, and it might not be 20 years.
Let me ask you another question here. Because I want to stay on this hijacking, theory of mine. Who is Lindsey Harding, named first female assistant coach in Lakers' 77-year history? She played with Duke. Is she that sharp, or is she a DEI hire? Lindsey Harding.
Wow. I think that every time when you talk about hiring women in these positions, I don't DEI, none of that has nothing to do with it, man.
Okay.
Again, they're showing that that they can do it. And why not? I mean, she's got the pedigree. I've heard her name. And again, I think if the Lakers want to do that, more power to them. I mean, we've seen the female manager in baseball, the minor leagues. We've seen that. We've seen football coaches on the sideline are females now. So why not, man?
But do you know her history? I've never heard of her. I mean, you listen. I go to you. I go to you for sports information. So
but you're talking about Lindsey Harding. You're talking about somebody from like a while back ago in women's basketball. She's made a name for herself and done her thing. You know what I mean? I don't say that I have her percentages of what she did in 2009 and all that. I'm not on it like that. You know what I'm saying? But again, at the end of the day, she deserves the spot.
Well, see, I'll say that. Hang on. Let's take it slow. I've never heard of her, but then again, I haven't followed female college basketball until Caitlin Clark came about. Salute to the goddess. But now Lindsey Harding, was she a Cheryl Miller type when she played?
I mean, you have no. I say no. To answer your question, no. You have to be somewhat of a what's the word that we use? Savant. And to talk about yourself in the same breath as a Cheryl Miller. I don't think that Lindsey Harding could be put in that same breath as a Cheryl Miller. For all the accolades or whatever she did at Duke or whatever the case may be, and she's now an assistant on the Lakers. I'm still not, okay, Lindsey Harding and Cheryl Miller. Cheryl Miller, Lindsey Harding. Give me Cheryl Miller every day of the week.
Of course.
So that's just what that is. So, But I just wanted to tap in, man. I heard, you put the bat signal out, so I said, let me just tap in to see what's good. Okay. And that's basically that, man. Go ahead.
Before we go, so did we? I forget because you and I sometimes we talk and we talk. The Philippines Basketball Association. Did we cover that yet? The 4-point.
Oh, you talked about when they incorporated the 4-point line.
Yeah,
hey man, I don't. Didn't Cube and them do that in the Big Three?
Well, never mind
the big 4-point line.
Never mind the Big Three. Is that coming to the NBA? The 4-point line.
Listen, but Adam Silver, anything's possible, man. Anything's possible.
Do you welcome it?
So,
do you welcome it?
Do I welcome it? No. You already know. You already know what my answer is to that. No.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
The 4-point line. Then what's next? The 5-point line. I mean, come on, bro. When does it stop?
Hang on.
I mean, because again, Star. I'm sorry.
Hang on. Listen, I remember Meadowlark Lemon. Pow from the corner. Boom! Curly Neal, Marcus Hayes. The Globetrotters. They were doing all of that. So that was exciting. I'm a kid in the 70s. Yo! He just shot the ball from half court. Yo!
Right.
Now,
no doubt.
Hey, if they start bringing the 4-point line to the NBA, can you imagine little kids now? Yo, my God! He threw it from the other key, from one key. Wow! Exciting.
Aren't they doing it already? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, again, we've already got away from the fundamentals of the game, where the game is going away from the basket when you're supposed to be playing at the basket, trying to get the ball in the basket. Everybody wants to be 40-foot, 50-foot shooters. No. Because, again, my point I was getting ready to say before I get out of here, Star, is that you had the Pistol Pete's and you had these guys. So they were scoring 50 and 60-point games without a 3-point line.
Right.
So again, I'm saying, the 3-point line's instituted in the game. That's cool. If the Philippines want to do something unique to the game to put their own brand on it, that's fine with me. But don't turn the NBA into a circus.
Gotcha.
Don't do that. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay. Hey man, great to talk to you as always. Salute.
Every time, man. Salute. Peace, man.
Okay, peace. Left-handed tapping in. I want to see the 4-point line. Let's get it cracking. I can never play basketball. I was into hockey, ice hockey. Kill Mo Lemonade. Okay, so you've sent me a paragraph. I can't read the paragraph right now from DC. Can you send me? Okay, you sent the link. I'll check that out later. So thank you so much. I think I've seen that book. Is that an old book? Blade said, did this nigga just call Kamala Yakub? The grafted devil knows his own. You caught that, huh, Blade? Always listening. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Someone sent me the link to Lance Stevenson. Okay. Yo, he punked out LeBron James. If you never saw it, blowing in his ear. LeBron James had nothing to say. He just turned his head and smiled. Oh. Guys, sit tight on the phones. Smack and Cheese got your donation supporting the machine. Thank you, sir or ma'am, whoever you may be. Hey, Arnell. Okay, Arnell, I need you to send me a picture so I can verify that you are a female. And when I say female, I mean you have a vagina. Okay? Okay, you're heading down to North Carolina. Okay, well, I'm in Emerald Isle. I don't fly nobody out when I'm not driving over an hour to see nobody. But send me a picture so I can make sure you are not a nigga with the wig. Guys, let me say this also before I get to the phone lines. Hold on a second. Area code 504. Sit tight. You're up next. 504. Sit tight. From time to time, some of you say, yo, why start be talking about transgenders and pussy? That's your generation. You guys are on that. I just deliver trending news. Ray J, who is an admitted gang member, right, is up on Candace Williams' platform. Candace Owens. Candace Owens' platform right now. Let me go there. Let me take the time. Candace Owens, and he's promoting some Australian transgender love. Nigga got big, wide feet. Oh, my goodness. Here it is. 7 hours ago, 192,000 views. Ray J debates transgenderism. He's been talking about, stop hating on transgenders. And I only saw maybe 15 minutes of that discussion. Big nigga sitting there with some wide-ass feet. And Ray J's talking about his friends date transgenders. Okay. The point is, this is what you guys talk about. I'm just the vessel that the news flows through. Area code 504. Good evening. A few topics on the table. You there? 504.
Whoa. What's up, Star?
Hey.
Hey, man. Yeah, I want to talk about the 4-point play.
Yeah, well, the 4-point line, sir. The 4-point line.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
the 4-point line, man. They're trying to get that from the big three. But Ice Cube, I know he started that, man. Okay. Got the 4-point play. The 4-point shot. Everybody just won't shoot from the 4-point shot. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think it'll be good to add to the NBA, man. Everybody already just won't shoot from the 3-point line all day. Now we got to deal with them trying to shoot 4-point shots now? Nah, man. It'll mess the game up even more, man. I don't know.
Can I ask, how old are you, sir? I do research all the time.
35.
35. Okay. So Can the game continue the way it's going now? Because it's kind of, if you ask me, it's kind of stale. It's kind of boring now. I mean, I'm tired of LeBron James always flopping. I mean, what's next? What's new?
I mean, the game, LeBron, he'll be retired in the next, year or two, So Steph Curry already just shooting the three all the time. And most of everybody, they got the big men, the center shooting threes now. So I think that's why the game's getting watered down right now. It's like no fundamentals no more. Everybody just won't go down the corner and just jack up a three. You'll see a game, they jacking up 83s a game. So I can only imagine a 4-point. Nah, I don't know. The game will get away them. They just trying to copy Ice Cube. Ice Cube already got it against them. They trying to, block him out. The NBA didn't want to play his games and all that. They don't want to be connected to him. So I think they're just trying to make him more angry. I think this is just another shot at Ice Cube.
Well, now, hang on a second. The Philippines, the PBA, they've officially adopted a 4-point line for regular season games. So unless you tell me different, some of the things that are going on in the European leagues, if you will, could they influence American basketball? Could they introduce the 4-point line into the Olympics? If so, then what? Wouldn't the NBA players have to adjust their game?
Yeah, true that. I think the NBA, they're trying to get a lot of them European guys over here. So I do agree they'll adapt, whatever they're doing over there, because that's more money. Whatever they're doing over there, it seems like the game more softer because they bringing the them guys can't play with us. Most of the guys who used to be in the NBA, way back in the day, those guys knock them on their butt, man. So nowadays they trying to make the game more softer so the European guys could come over here and be good at basketball, because they couldn't play back in the day.
Right.
It was too rough for them.
Right.
So I think that's what they're doing now, and it's kind of messing the game up. That's why you see all these guys coming. Luka Doncic, all of them, he a flopper too. So I don't know if he gets that from LeBron or not, but man, that guy flop all day too, man.
Yeah. I'm just reading something here. I was trying to find out. Well, you're a young man, so you wouldn't remember, or did you Did you ever hear about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar punching somebody in the jaw, and the guy needed reconstructive surgery? Kent Benson.
Oh, man. Nah, I ain't never hear about that, man. Man, they say Kareem ain't play, huh?
Hang on. Hang on. I should have asked what year. Hold on. Kent Benson's NBA debut lasted 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Okay.
Debut? Man.
Hold on a second. First two Milwaukee Bucks. Okay, he shoved his right elbow into the lower stomach of Los Angeles Lakers center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Jabbar punched him in his jaw, broke his shit. That was basketball, my nigga. That was basketball.
Oh, they can't do that these days, man. You'll get banned. You'll be playing in China somewhere. You do that these days. See, that's the difference now, man. It's too soft, you know. Like when Chris Childs, I remember Chris Childs when he punched Kobe in the face, man, like hit him with the 2-piece, you know?
Yeah.
So it used to be dangerous back then.
I'm looking at the video right now. Kareem leaning over, and he just said, "Oh, hell no. I'm not letting the cracker boy get away with this." Pow!
Oh, man. I'm gonna have to go look that shit up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this. Hold on, I'm gonna put this in the live chat, because see, a lot of the babies they don't know about this. I say this with all due respect. All they know is niggas like Mello, and give me the other names. Patrick Ewing,
Kevin Garnett.
Fat Man, Man. Well, Kevin Garnett was the truth, but I'm just saying, Fat Man Barkley.
Yeah, Barkley wasn't about that, man. Even Shaq used to act like he was about that. He wasn't really about that.
Well, I don't know. Shaq, he tried to whoop Barkley's ass. Barkley couldn't fight. That's what happened there. Barkley.
Yeah, he threw the ball at Shaq.
Yeah, he threw the ball.
Man. But a lot of them dudes be pump faking, man. He ain't about to fight, man. Everybody, like Charles Oakley. If Charles Oakley, he couldn't play in these days. Charles Oakley couldn't play, man.
Yeah. Charles Oakley was putting it down on the court and in the locker rooms. You ever hear about him slapping fire out of Scottie Pippen? Pow!
Oh, man.
You never heard about that?
Kept him around.
You never heard about that?
Yeah. Man, Oakley was a dog, man. They didn't play with him.
Yeah.
You had to keep a player like that on your team, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. The game changed, bro. You can't even have no, players that's going to defend your stars no more. That's why they got all these Europeans coming. So I think they could bring the 4.0 over, man. I'm going to be done with basketball then, because they're going to turn it to a clown show, man.
Yeah.
Everybody just trying to jack up 4-point shots, man.
Hey, hang on, sir. Are you calling from Louisiana?
Yeah, I'm in New Orleans.
Ooh, now wait a minute. Now, yesterday I was talking about the new castration law. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, it's all over the city, man. That's all they're talking about, man. Yeah.
Signed into a law. A week out of prison, they can step in and listen, if you're a child molester, then you got to get dealt with, right? And if you don't let the state, surgically castrate you, remove your testicles, then you can you have the option to go back and do, I think it's 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, 3 to 5 years. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, they talking about that everywhere. It's all on the news and stuff, man. Like,
it's a law.
But I'm just saying, what if you're it's law. It's law. It's right. It started I think the 1st. So it's law right now.
Yeah. A lot of support.
Man,
a lot of support down there. Passed with flying colors. The governor said, "Give me that." And it was authored by 2 black women. I don't have their names here with me tonight, but so anything else we should know, or people down there just concerned?
Yeah, it's a lot of, I just don't like, what if you're innocent,
Yeah.
So, in my 35 years, I ain't never been accused of nothing like that. So, I mean, they say sometimes when the shoe fit, you wear it. So I don't know, man, but I agree.
Hang on a second. Just let me just throw something out here. Okay, so suppose you and your wife or your baby mama, you got issues. She starts sending you child pornography to your phone. Now that's on your It's on your hard drive, so to speak, because all that shit can be retrieved. Let's not get it twisted. She then files a false claim against you. She gets the little nigga or the little niglet to say, yes, he touched me, when in reality you didn't. Okay, you go serve a decade, right? Come out, and then they say, well, hey, Mr. whatever, I don't want to see your name, Mr. So-and-so, we're going to take your testicles. You say, I ain't touched nobody. Well, sir, listen, your body belongs to us. Take it from there. I want you to finish up with that. Just come on.
Man, we gotta die, man. Man, we gotta die.
Yeah, man, we gotta die.
Oh, shit. Man, you about to make me pack my shit, get out there. I gotta get out this thing, man. Oh, man, you just made me think about something. Man, somebody put something on me like, oh, man, I gotta go, man. Nah,
I appreciate the call, sir.
I gotta get out the state. Man, Star, big fan, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm not a fan. Okay. You know, you don't deal with the fans.
Salute.
Stuff, but, you know, I listen to you all the time.
Thank you, man.
Keep doing your thing, man.
Thank you, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Tuscaloosa, sit tight. I want to talk to you. Sit tight. I'll be right back. 205 Tuscaloosa. Will the NBA become hijacked in 20 years or more? Salute to left-handed, knowledgeable man. I go to him for a lot of accuracy and information because, you know, I don't keep up with sports. You know what I mean? If you want to talk hockey from the 70s or the 80s, okay, you know, football, 70s, up until early 90s. But who the F is Lindsey Harding? First female assistant coach in Lakers' 77-year history. So you finish playing the game. You then go into the locker room. You're sitting there sweating. Your schlong is hanging out. Here she comes, you know, you butt ass naked, she's talking to you like it's nothing. You're supposed to pretend, you know, your schlong isn't hanging out and her breasts don't look nice. You're supposed to pretend this is not happening. She's a good looking woman too. Even if she's a fur burger licker, I don't know, a seafood platter eater. It doesn't matter. Unless you prefer bussy, I don't know. Guys on the screen, luxuryopticdesign.com is one of my sponsors. Go there, you may get 20% off, but you have to mention Star sent you, okay? They got all the fancy frames. You can submit your prescription. They'll work with you. Luxury Optic Design. Lucy's Pearl, I see you in the live chat. She says, OMG. Okay. Hold on, guys. Are we creating God? I want a few more talks, people to chime in about that showrunner. Are we creating God? Because throughout history, most people have been looking upward or, looking inward. The imaginary, mystical God, if you will, without having knowledge of where certain mysticism originated. I'm talking about AI, artificial intelligence. Are we creating God? Something that will take over? Hang on, I had to shut my laptop off here. I'm sorry. 205, you still there? Are you calling it from Tuscaloosa on a Tuesday evening?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey, what's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good to hear from you.
Oh, nothing, just cool, man. Hey, what made me call in, y'all was talking about that new law in Louisiana
Yeah, but now hang on. Before we go there, I see the old white guy from Knicks and the Sticks. He issued an apology. Yes, the restaurant.
Say that one more time.
Knicks and the Sticks, the restaurant in Tuscaloosa. About a week or two ago, we did a story. He called the Mammies by the N-word. He was talking to one of his Caucasian friends, and then his friend snitched, and they got him on camera. Did you see Knicks and the Sticks? You heard about that story?
Yeah, I stay not too far. I stay right up the street from Knicks and the Sticks. I never went there.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah, that's
you're a smart man.
Place I always been up.
Yeah, you're a smart man. Don't go there.
You say what?
You're a smart man because they don't want you there. That's what the story was about. The one of the owners, I forget his name, he told his white friend who bought the black folk there. He said, do you approve of the niggers? You heard the story?
Yeah, I heard about that. And then he exposed them. But now, like, according to Dr. Wilson, you know, she says that what an ally look like. You know, an ally tells you what white people talk about when black people are not around.
Right.
Yeah. So he, you know,
Dr. Francis Crest Wilson. I just want to make sure they know who you're talking about. Go ahead, you saying? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. That's why I commend him for what he did. But that was always known as a place for white people, even when I was growing up.
Right.
That's not somewhere we are. My mother never took me over there to eat. So as an adult, I never went over there. I did the same thing. I never went over there.
Salute to your mother.
But do you know this is something that people don't talk about? Most of their employees are black. They do the cooking. Yeah, that's a left out part. Like,
I believe it.
Their employees are black.
I believe it. Man me up in the kitchen, skinning and grinning. Yep.
But now, the reason I called in because you made a point, and I thought about it. I thought about that what I seen in the news. A lady named, she's a mayor. Her name is Misty Roberts.
Okay.
The city she's from is spelled Deridder, Louisiana.
Okay.
And she was charged with having sex with a juvenile.
I saw that.
And I was like,
I saw that. The white female.
And I want to see.
Yeah. White female mayor.
I want to see how they gonna do her. I want to see if they gonna do something to her, cut her clitoris off or something like that. I want to see will they apply that law to that white woman. And then she's not just because she's white, right? That's a big part of it. But because she's of the upper echelon, she is like a mayor or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Misty Clayton Roberts, 42 years of age. She is in Southwest Louisiana. Charged with a third-degree blank RAPE, contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
And you know what? I would think that would be breaking news. If it was a mayor, a black male that was a mayor, who had rape, statutory rape. Oh, that would be on CNN. It would be on Fox.
Right.
But you notice they ain't talking about this.
Well,
it's like, man, they want to keep it, you know.
Well, she hasn't been, I don't think her trial has come about yet. I'm looking at the story here. August the 2nd, Associated Press. She's just been charged as of now. So she hasn't gone to trial. She was released.
And I get that stuff, but let me say this.
She posted $75,000.
Didn't go to trial. Kelly didn't go to trial, and he was all on there with Gail and everything.
Talk about it.
I want to see her on Gail King. I want her to see. I didn't hog tie him. I don't even know how to hog tie people. I want to see her having to go through that.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's just a different treatment.
Yeah.
You know, we know what it is at this point. You know, it's the same old story in this country. But yeah, if she does get convicted, I want to see how that Louisiana law applies to her. That would be very interesting.
Hopefully they'll rip out her uterus. Hopefully they'll rip out her uterus.
Yep. And then you know they probably gonna give it to somebody gay. So they doing that type of shit now. I mean that stuff now. My bad. But thank you for bringing me up, Star, man. I enjoy your show.
Thank you, man.
Your program.
I appreciate you. Yes, sir. Salute. Yes, sir. All right. Area code 805. You're up next. 805, sit tight. You're up next. 805, get ready. Houston, I thought you were calling in. Where is Houston? Houston, did you get my email? Yeah. The banner. Okay, Houston, are you sipping? You're using a lot of profanity in the email. Can't do that tonight, man. Hold on, guys. Just give me a second. Okay, someone sent... Well, okay, you sent me an email saying, okay, listen, you got to talk to Amy. I don't deal with blocking people. What did you say? What did you do? You see, you got to own up to what you did. You can't be trying to disrupt the business. We don't mind trolling, but put your email to attention, Amy. I don't deal with that stuff, man. 805, good evening, you there. Two topics.
Hey,
Kamala Harris picks a Minnesota governor for her running mate up to speed, or is the NBA being hijacked? 805.
Hey, Star, I'm a longtime viewer. I was calling in to talk about the NBA being hijacked.
Okay.
And the four-pointer that y'all were talking about before.
4-point line.
4-point line. So this is my opinion. I don't think the NBA is going to embrace the 4-point line simply because it's too much of a gimmick, and it would tarnish a lot of the records that had already been set.
Okay.
So if you add a 4-pointer, and it would just inflate a lot of the statistics and the points and things like that. But it's just too much of a gimmick. I can't see the NBA doing something like that. It would kind of tarnish the game.
You might be right. I don't know. Let me just say that earlier. I don't know, but it is turning into something totally, totally different from what it was. And, these corporations are greedy. Do you go to any NBA games? I haven't been to an NBA game in over 7 years.
Yeah, I go to a lot of games. I actually work in the business. So you guys were talking about the PBA, the Philippines Basketball Association. Mm-hmm. I've worked with them. I've placed players there. I'm not going to tell you my last name.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm calling from California. I had to call in because I've watched you for several years, but I was like, man, I got to call in and talk some basketball and just add a little bit of industry knowledge and just some insights. But I just don't think that the NBA would ever embrace a 4-point line. It's just too much of a gimmick. Now, if it was the old ABA, I could see that as a possibility because the old ABA was about, innovations, trying something different. The ball looked different. Mm-hmm. Players could express themselves more. But in the NBA, like you said, it's a very corporate business, and they tend to be on the conservative side. So yeah, I don't think the 4-pointer will come to the NBA.
Stay with me. You're a much more knowledgeable man than I am, clearly, when it comes to this NBA discussion. And listen, I watch basketball when it comes down to the playoffs. I just throughout this season, I just don't have time to, compare stats and all that sort of jazz. But if I had to guess, right, and the greed of these corporations, I just pulled up something here. A 16-ounce beer at a Celtics game, $19.87. A Warriors game, a beer, 16-ounce beer, $19.01. The cheapest beer, is $5.78, where the Cleveland Cavaliers play. So doesn't the price of refreshments, food, parking, tickets, and all that sort of jazz, cable subscriptions, doesn't a lot of that have to do with dictating how the game is structured, or am I wrong?
I don't know if it really has to do with dictating. I just think that that's the price they set because they want to make as much money as possible. I don't think that has anything to do. I think that it would have to be more on the entertainment aspect of it,
Okay.
like, television.
Okay.
Traditionally, how the game has been played. What you have in the NBA and with just a lot of basketball leagues, you have people that are more on the traditional side.
Okay.
You were talking about, I think you called her the white goddess, Caitlin Clark, or goddess Caitlin
Clearly. Nobody cared about WNBA until Caitlin started doing her thing. Let's not get it twisted. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm not going to argue with us. Some of us, by what we do care about the WNBA, but I'm not going to knock you because that's the absolute truth. But she broke the NCAA record, and I forget the sister who had the record for the longest time, but she didn't have a 3-point line. Caitlin Clark has a 3-point line.
Yeah.
So do we put an asterisk next to her name because she broke it in the 3-point era?
I don't know. Listen, you tell me. I don't know, but I think that she's fighting an uphill battle. All of these contentious, angry black females who are clearly jealous of her, roughhousing her. She's facing a lot. She's facing a lot, and I'm as serious as colon cancer. Come on.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Do you think that the Great White Hope factor doesn't have anything to do with Caitlin Clark?
The facts? FACTS?
The Great White Hope factor, as in X factor. Like, don't you think that a lot of the wave that Caitlin Clark is riding has to do with the fact that she's a white woman who plays like a black girl? Let's be honest about it. She brings it. And a lot of her fandom, it's like this. It's like when you got a white rapper.
No, I got you. And let me respond. I don't think she plays like a black girl. I think she plays like a really good basketball player. The same way Larry Bird was just a hell of a basketball player. Larry Bird, as I'm sure you know, what was one of the biggest, if not the biggest, trash talkers. He stood up. He stood up to all of the basketball players during his day and brought home 3 championships for the Celtics. So Caitlin, what did you say? You said white factor.
No, Great White Hope.
Great White Hope. I'm okay with that. And the fact that white people are on code. White people are because of what has been happening with her team, white people going there, selling out the goddamn games. It has picked up nationwide a domino effect. I'm okay with that Great White Hope factor, as you just said. Yes, sir. I'm okay with that.
Of course. Well, listen, man, thank you. You got a great show, and I'll check in with you from time to time.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you for your input. Thank you.
Peace.
Yes, sir. Caitlin, the goddess, fighting against all those contentious mammies. I said it. I stand on it. Glamour, are you out there? Truth Be Told podcast. I got you, my showrunner. Do you want to call in? And Darix, my alleged cousin. Darix, what are you doing to me, man? You're copying me on things I don't know if I should be copied on. Darix, are you out there? What's going on, man? Sheesh. Hang on a second here. Anicia. Thank you, Anicia. You just sent me a nice donation. Thank you, darling. Okay, and you sent a picture. Okay. From what I can see, you appear to be female. Okay. I can meet you down in Myrtle Beach. What is this? This is August. Oh, okay. I have taken a few helicopter rides. Anybody in the live chat ever taken a helicopter ride at Myrtle Beach? I've been doing that. Okay, she says she wants to take a helicopter ride. Okay, stay in touch. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody in the live chat ever take a helicopter ride at Myrtle Beach, South Carolina? It's really, really fun. Okay. Area code 586. Good evening. We're kind of going off the rails. Are you there? 586. Yes, no.
Yeah, I'm here, Star. I'm here.
How are you, sir? It's cracking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, can I promote, sir?
Well, sir, if you want to troll, can you get to the topic first? You sound like you want to troll. You got the echo in the background. We don't run from trolls. Just address the topic, then you know.
No, sir. My phone is a little messed up. I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, well, sir, take me off the speakerphone. You know, or I gotta let you go, sir. I don't mind, you know, whatever you're doing, and whether you're chopping up work or got a little nigga sitting on your lap. It's not my business.
I want to contribute to the show, Star.
Okay.
You know, I feel like the NBA players of today, they're more elite than the players from the 90s and the 80s. That's just my opinion.
They're more what, sir? What was the word you used? Sir, the echo in the background is killing us. I gotta go. I gotta go. Okay. He's doing too much. Folks, I try, you know. Hey, at the top of the live chat, did I remember to put the PayPal link and the Stream Labs link? Let me just double check. Give me a second. Okay, there it is. Super chat with Star, Streamlabs, PayPal. I think I need to edit that. Jesus Christ. Houston, is that you? Houston, 713 tapping in. Houston.
My nigga.
Okay, Houston, you got to watch the language. You're using a lot of profanity in your email. Okay, I got to say that off the rip. Watch the language, please.
Okay.
Okay. Did you get the banner that I sent you that Kurt made for you? You got the banner?
No, I didn't get it, but I ain't worried about that right now.
Do you check your emails? Do you check? I sent it.
No, I just checked my email. I didn't get the banner.
Okay, I'll resend it, but we sent you an updated banner. You need to look at it. Let me know what you think. I'm looking at it right now. And let me just
hold on. Yeah. I'm looking at my email right now.
And
I need to go to my spam folder?
You might have to go to your spam folder. And let me just say this. At the bottom of your banner, you got to shorten the name of your YouTube channel, man. That may have something to do with why you're not getting traction. The algorithms might detect your page as being a bot. Shorten that, man.
Okay, well, I will shorten it.
Shorten that, man, please. I'm trying to help you, man. I'm trying to work with you. I appreciate you. Okay.
No, nigga, man, I'm working with you. Like, nigga, you know better than me. Shit, nigga. Goddamn, nigga. Goddamn, I'm listening to.
Folks, just my nigga. Give him a second.
On this shit.
Okay, Houston.
My nigga, what poppin'?
My nigga, where do you want to start? Where do you want to start, Houston?
Nigga, where you want to start?
Okay.
Oh, we can do it live at this. Where do you want to start, dog?
Kamla Harris. She picked a running mate. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Do you care?
First of all, I don't even see why people are entertaining this. You know, from day one, I never liked her. She's not from here.
she don't like niggas. She says she don't like niggas. She's the one motherfucker that don't like
Houston, you cannot drop the F-bomb. Come on, man. Come on.
Okay. I'm going to slow down. I'm going to slow down.
Come on.
She don't like black people.
Where did she say that? I mean, now, hang on. We have to deal with accuracy. She said she's not going to support reparations on her Griot interview 2019. She outright said, no, I'm not going to do something specifically for black people.
But she endorses. Y'all remember when you can't touch her people and they have laws over here for her people?
Right.
If you touch them or talk crazy to them, right? You remember that?
Yes, I'm like, you have the floor.
You remember the laws when they were making where you can't touch her people?
Yes.
And it's laws on that over here where if you even talk crazy to them, you'll get a law or something to happen to you. Mm-hmm. If you even talk crazy to them or hit them or whatever, but they can do whatever they want to you.
Right.
That was like, what, 2017 on up? Or what year was that? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I got you.
I can't remember the law exactly.
Give me a second, folks. That's that Paul Masson. Give me a second. Come on.
Yeah, that's that Paul Masson. You know what I'm talking about. But people know what I'm talking about, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about.
Hey, you're at day one. They riding with you. You're at day one. They ride with you in the live chat right now. They know what it is.
Hey,
with
dog,
you. Come on.
Dog, I don't know what year it was, but they made all kind of laws for her people where you can't. It's a hate law or something.
Hate crimes bill.
Exactly.
Hate crimes bill.
Yeah, it's a hate crime. But she's not saying nothing about giving black people reparations, but she's around here talking about
no, will she?
Putting hot sauce on chitlins and greens. You know what I mean?
Here's a hold on a second. Salute to Spanky Bighead. Spanky left a comment. He said, but Kamala was speaking to black people about the collard greens regardless of whether...
Yeah, like, where does that come from?
Regardless of whether or not they were in the bathtub, she was talking black talk. Go ahead. I had to point that out. Go ahead.
Dog, you know I can't stand her. Her smile, her look, everything about her. She flat back with a Viking. You know what I'm talking about? Like, can I continue? Or, like, do you want me to stop or something?
But now, Houston, let's keep it real. Houston. If you, hypothetically speaking, if you were to slide up in her DMs, right? Let's say she wasn't the vice president. She's an older woman. You slid up in the DMs and she said, hey, let's get together. You would smash, right or wrong, if given the opportunity?
Yeah, I hit it.
Yeah,
I hit it. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I hit it. But I don't want her to be no president because you cannot get a bitch. Yeah. Oh, my bad. You cannot get a woman to be a president because she's emotional. You know what I'm talking about?
You see, that's the mentality of why we have so many baby mamas running around here. I'm not saying you are in any way, shape, or form, a simp. But if you even give them the
I'm trying to get that money.
The confidence. Yeah, but I'd smash, and then you slip up, and then you put something up in the oven. Pow! Then she's got you. And she got me. And she knows. She knows when she was down in Atlanta. She was getting jiggy with it. Megan Thee Stallion, Quavo's game, goofy ass up on stage, endorsing her. She knew. I got these niggas. Go ahead, finish up.
Hey, dog, but look, if I ran into Kamala Harris right now, I would knock her down. I'm going to tell you straight up. I'd knock her down, right. But she's not presidential material.
Right. Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I would knock her down because she gave niggas that room that's lesser. Mm-hmm. But I'm not.
You would knock her down with no condom, Houston. Keep it.
Yeah, no rubber. Bigger.
Folks, I have to say, when he says knock her down, he doesn't mean physically assault her. He means have sex with her. He said, I got to go.
No, I'm not talking about fighting her.
Yeah.
I'm talking
He said, I got to go.
her over it.
Got to go. Check your email for that banner. Check email. Got to go.
Okay.
That's my nigga right there. 915, you there? Good evening. Late night.
What's going on? What's good with it?
Yes, sir. Kamala Harris, a.k.a. Obamala. Picked her running mate, or we can discuss, will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years? Where do you want to start, sir?
We can start with Kamala Harris. I don't really know too much about
You're
her.
on a speakerphone, sir. Can you make the adjustments so we can hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
It's a little better, but it sounds kind of crazy, sir. A little crazy.
What about now? We good?
There you go. Go ahead and start, sir.
I mean, I don't know where to start with Kamala Harris and her running mate. I don't know too much about the dude.
Okay.
Honestly, you know, I don't think it's a good look for her since she playing this black role. I thought she would have went on ahead and went all out and just went all black. Got her a black female vice president or a black dude vice president. I mean, I don't see why she would stop with herself. She playing the role, might as well go all out. You know what I mean?
I think she may have done enough to already get the the front runners in the quote unquote black community on her side. Can I ask, how old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay. Are you a Breakfast Club listener?
I do catch some of their episodes every so often when I see certain people on there that I'm kind of interested in listening to what they got to say.
I've never met Charlemagne, nothing against the guy, but I am not a Breakfast Club listener. I'm too old to listen to that. I never even listened to rap radio when I worked there. But here's the thing. He has already given her his endorsement. I did see that on the internet. He and Angela Rye, they've already co-signed. Not that Angela Rye has any power because she doesn't, but Charlemagne is syndicated nationwide. He has already given his endorsement for Kamala Harris. Did you catch that?
I mean, of course he's going to endorse her, man. Dude's a goofy. He's a weirdo, man. You ask me, them people up there at the Breakfast Club, they weird. They endorse all the goofies. They endorse Joe Biden.
Even with that being said, hang on. Even with that being said, and I'll give you the last word. So Kamala, why does she have to do anything any further? She hasn't even gone to the Breakfast Club since she announced she was running for the president, and they're already on board.
I mean, she don't got to do anything further. She's going to lose anyway. I don't know who thinks she's going to win. I just got to keep it real. I did not see that lady win.
Right. Well, I'm voting for Trump, but you see, that's my point to you, what you said, and you know, I respect what you said about her going black all the way. She doesn't have to. She's already got the niggas on her team. But go ahead, sir. You were saying, go ahead.
I think she thinks she got the black folks on her team. I don't really think black people really rocking with her like that.
Okay.
And I think she's going to be sad to find out once the polls and the turnout comes that, oh, these people didn't fall for the okie doke this time, you know? Because to me, it's weird how they had that lady Meg Thee Stallion up there shaking buns with something to do with the presidency. It should have been a strip show. Why wouldn't they get naked? They might as well should have got naked.
Might as well.
Got to taking off clothes and, you know, the front crowd of people throwing dollars up there. You know, they should have made it a real show.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you know what? I want to say something to you. What's wrong with the PlayStation? What you feel about the PlayStation?
Oh, listen. There's nothing wrong with it. It works fine. It's damn near brand new. But I had to go through hell and high water just to watch a Blu-ray disc. I purchased Microphone Check. You feel me? So I don't have a Blu-ray disc player. People were saying I could use a PlayStation. So I said, well, don't I got a PlayStation somewhere? I went in the garage. And I said, oh, damn, I got a brand new PS4 I never even used. But you got to go online and give all sorts of information just to watch a damn Blu-ray disc.
just keep this in mind, you know, because I know you're an older gentleman, so you're probably not too in tune with the electronics like that. That PlayStation, it ain't tracking you none of your information like that, like you may think it is. And if you ever was to want to get your information off of it, just hard reset it.
Right.
And it'll erase everything you put on there and turn it back to like a new console. So you ain't got nothing to worry about with it, big dog.
Sir, with all due respect, I may be an older gentleman, but I say this with all due respect, you're a young fool. Everything is stored. Everything is saved. Nothing gets thrown away. So when you put that information in any type of electronic device and you click that you accept the terms, you agree that you are not only indemnifying whatever corporation and or business, but that you willingly give your information and the tracking of your habits. Yeah.
Maybe if you like internet browsing or something, possibly like that, but just using that console to play a DVD movie on it.
Oh yeah.
It shouldn't be requiring no special information. All you're doing is putting a disc into it. It should give you the option to play the disc.
Well,
like a movie or something.
I'm putting in a Blu-ray disc, but who knows what they may want to suggest or send to me. I mean, have you ever heard of web crawlers back in the days? Web crawlers.
No, not necessarily. No. I can't say that I'm familiar with that.
No. Did you know, and I'll just ask you this last question, I'll let you finish up. Did you know that Gmail, when Gmail first came out, the average person could not get a Gmail account? You had to have someone bring you in to get a Gmail account. It wasn't always free.
I want to say, man, I had my Gmail account since like 2004. So I'm not even for sure when Gmail even came out. Yeah. I didn't know that, honestly. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate the call, man. Salute. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Already. I appreciate your answer.
Already. Yes, sir.
Take care and enjoy your night.
Okay. Anybody go back with Gmail? Remember that? Woo! 901, good evening. We're talking about a few topics. Kamala Harris and her pick of Minnesota Governor Tim Walz for her running mate, or will the NBA be hijacked in 20 years?
Yeah.
Good evening.
What's up, Star? Yeah, I'm gonna send you the donation when we get off the line.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanna comment on both of them. I can start with the NBA.
Please, go ahead.
The only way I would see like them trying to put like a 4-point play in, if I was like somebody that I can present an idea to them, I would put it like anytime that like say like the quarters are winding down, it's like 4 or 5 seconds. If you shoot the ball anywhere close to the half court line,
okay,
it'll be like a 4-point play, or I say like the fourth quarter, like towards the end of the game or something like that. That's the only way I can see. I would say that they would do it.
That makes sense to me. And listen, you guys know modern basketball better than I do, but with the Philippines now introducing the 4-point line, and I'm sure other countries, at some point we're going to have to follow them, because if they then instill that in the Olympics, we got to be ready. Yes? No?
Yeah. They, the NBA, they pick up on like worldwide stuff, but they don't implement a lot of stuff. Like with the overseas play, you can tip the ball off the rim when it's like rolling around the rim. You can just swipe it off.
Okay.
In the Olympics, you can do that in the Olympics right now, but in the NBA, that'll be goaltending. So they don't implement everything, but they kind of try to keep up with the worldwide play. But I think the 4-point play to be kind of like you said, globetrotter. It'll kind of be like a clown show if it's just regular.
What happened to the N1? Basketball. Remember that?
They had a documentary on it.
Yeah,
I played basketball.
Some of those guys came on my show back in the days. But I'm just saying, whatever happened to that? The N1 mixtape tour and all those guys, Hot Sauce, and remember that guy Cadillac? He was the truth. I think he passed away.
That was Cadillac. That's the coach. He coached the Golden State Warriors. That was his brother.
Yeah, but
he got fired.
Well, I think
he got fired.
Didn't he pass away? Cadillac. He played.
He passed away. Yeah, he passed away.
But phenomenal player. But my question was, what happened to that that league? It was a league, wasn't it? Yes, no.
I watched it. I can't remember exactly, but I watched the documentary. It was something dealing with money in the shoes. It was something like the shoes was bad, and it was something dealing with that because it was getting real big.
Yeah,
especially with Hot Sauce, and and the other little white guy. He's still going. You
remember Skip to Malou? Skip to Malou.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Skip. He a legend.
Yeah.
Skip to Malou. He played in the NBA.
I used to see all those guys playing up at the Rucker. So I mean, you
watched them in person?
Yeah. Listen, the reason why I'm asking, will the NBA be hijacked in the future? Guys like that from the N1 mixtapes and the tours and so on and so forth. That was some of the most creative, beautiful art with a ball. And I think that the NBA has pretty much just drained a lot of that creativity, diluted it, and the NBA is going to eventually just become something different. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, just say, Star, you're wrong.
No, I don't think so. But I think, with the N1, it was creative, but it's kind of like, it's meaningless. Like if I used to play basketball at a high level. If you playing in big games like that, nothing that them guys doing in the N1 would relate to playing in a big time game, trying to win a game, trying to execute a play. That's just for fun. Like, I mean, it's skillful. If you can like balance it out, like the guy we was just talking about, like he did. He controlled his game. He had an NBA game. And so he can transfer those moves. He ain't had to just do the N1 plays all the time. He know how to shoot. He know how to pass. He know how to be a teammate. So no, I don't think that the NBA would be taken over or hijacked. I think it's gonna get better. It's gonna get way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the professor?
Yeah, the professor. Yeah, he be going to prison playing people.
Yeah.
He's still popping. Yeah, he's still popping, the professor.
He's
really about the only one,
really. Escalade. That's
Escalade.
Yeah, Troy Jackson.
Yeah, Escalade.
Yeah, he's deceased. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I meant to say Escalade, not Cadillac. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, Escalade.
Yeah. Man, the Bone Collector. All of this is coming back. Wow. Wow. Hey, man, I appreciate the call. Anything you want to say about Obama?
No, I just, I hope she win. I just wanted to ask a question because I be hearing you say you support Trump. I just wanted to know, like, what's the reason behind it?
Taxes, my business, okay. I'm out for self.
Yeah, I respect it, man. Hey, have a good night. Have a good show, man.
Hang on. Now, why are you supporting Kamala? She don't support you. If I assume that you're a man of color, she don't support you.
Yeah, I'm a man of color. I would say she don't support. I mean, I give the opportunity to see.
Well, sir,
I wouldn't say she don't. My brother, I got 3 brothers that live in San Francisco. They mulatto, but I wouldn't say that she don't. I mean, she hasn't been president yet. I don't know what she'll do.
But she,
like you said,
hang on.
Oh, my bad.
She already said in 2019 when she was interviewed by the Griot, no, I won't do something specifically for Black people. With regards to the question about reparations, did you know that a year or so ago she along and Congress hijacked the Freedmen's Bank, and then they made it they reopened it for other ethnic groups, minorities, if you will, the Freedmen's Bank. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard you say it. I heard you say it plenty of time. I learned from you. I learned, I pay attention to certain stuff.
I appreciate
but the thing about it, what I say, I would like to give her an opportunity to see if she would change her mind, because like you said, the president is just a chump in the front, right?
Yes, and I'm hearing you out, sir. But I have to say this. I'll give you the last word.
Okay.
Mammy is a problem, yes. But them high yellow heifers play for keeps. Don't you ever forget that. Them high yellow heifers play for keeps. Go ahead, finish up.
I trust me. I know that for a fact. I got two high yellow baby mama.
Oh, God.
Trust me, I know.
I thank you. Thank you, sir. You said enough.
I'm going to get that donation in, and man, you have a good night.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right.